Hi everyone, Hot Seat Podcasts. I'm with Geoff, also known as Radical Recruiter. I'll let him introduce himself. Geoff, over to you. Tell us who you are, what you do, a little bit about you.
Well, I am the Radical Recruiter, and from Toronto, Canada, and the co-founder and co-owner of TRU Events. And so that's kind of what I do now. I'm a conference organizer. I used to be a sorcerer, used to be a recruiter, and now I'm a conference organizer. So.
And Geoff is one half of the brainchild behind the TRU events, and we're obviously at TRU London right now. Geoff, tell us a little bit about your recruitment background so that the viewers know a bit more about, where you've come from a recruitment point of view.
Sure. So I started off as an IT recruiter, working in Canada and then also the States. And then I went in about 2000. I decided I really didn't like hiring managers anymore and became a sourcer. So that I would be more focused on technologies and techniques and finding candidates via the internet and passing them off to recruiters. Yeah. And then just as of last year, changed again and decided that I'd rather have a conversation with every recruiter in the world. So.
Very nice. And just for those who are watching this that don't know what sourcer is, because I know that's quite a North American kind of term, but some of us call it researcher, but Geoff here is a bit of a guru at finding anything that there is to find on the net or otherwise. Is that right?
Yes, net, phone, if they're out there, I can find them. So people usually come to me with the impossible people to find, and I profile them and find them and figure out what their dogs' names are, and it's all that fun stuff.
How's your dog, by the way?
She's good. Yes.
So is it fair to say you're more like a detective?
Yeah, a talent detective. Yes.
Yeah. So you could quite possibly help with like homicide cases and stuff like that with your sourcing abilities.
I don't know if they'll call me, but it would be interesting to see.
Okay, so let's crack on with some of our questions. We're going a quick fire round, right? Best recruitment experience.
Probably the last TRU London, because the conversation that we had, it was one of the first times it was over here in the UK, and so just listening to the conversation and what people had to say to each other was fabulous. Watching everybody be incredibly uncomfortable for the first half hour was also kind of fun, but we certainly broke them out of the mold very quickly and got them talking, so it was great.
Okay, and what about the flip side of that, the worst experience or shocker in recruitment?
Yeah, I can. That's an easy one for me, actually. When I was working with, I'm going to not name the company, but a company in Edmonton, actually had an interviewer comment on a candidate's skill set, saying that he could hire somebody who was a monkey to do this. And I sort of had to stop the interview at that point and escort the interviewer out of the room and let the interviewee know that they didn't have to answer that question, and then immediately go up to HR and start to talk about lawsuits and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's probably the worst one, yeah.
Yeah, very nice. So it seems that you had that under control and handled it well. How's recruitment going to look in 5 years' time, Geoff?
Well, that's what we're out there to find out. And so I think it will look radically different. I think the social web will definitely have an impact on recruitment around the world. I mean, it already has. We wouldn't know people like Dee Allen if it hadn't been for Twitter. And so we're definitely going to, I think recruitment is going to become more of a global process. And I think we'll find a nice merging of different cultures and different best practices that, will just continue to kind of cycle around the world.
Very nice. And what about, what's the best recruitment advice that you've ever received?
Oh, treat your candidates really well, because they're not only your candidates, they're also your customers.
That's very nice, actually, and very, very true. Favorite recruitment saying?
Oh, boy. Probably my favorite is, I can find anyone, anytime, anywhere, and no one can hide from me.
I told you should be a detective. Sum up recruitment today in 3 words.
Candidate, experience, and maybe marketing.
Like it. Advice to newcomers coming into the industry, Geoff?
Find a mentor and follow them very, very carefully, and make sure that you ask a lot of questions and attend events like the TRU conferences where you get to meet other people who are in the same boat.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Things like events like TRU conferences, I think, is going to get a newcomer really out there meeting people where they can learn. What about advice for somebody who is already, experienced, an experienced recruiter? What advice would you give to them?
I think if you're not in the social web, that's definitely something that you need to look at. I know that there are a subset of recruiters who are adamantly anti-technology and anti-Twitter and anti-Facebook, and anti any social web, and I wonder about those people. I kind of think to myself, are you just missing out on a huge opportunity to engage with your candidate population? And so, I think, and it's not going away. Anybody who tells me that it is, I kind of laugh and shrug and nod politely and then walk away. But
no, I think you're absolutely right. Some good advice there. That like it or lump it, social media is here to stay. So get on board if you're not already on board. We want to get to know you a little bit better now, Geoff. So we go to general round. Favorite colour?
Blue.
So that's you and Bill Boorman both have the same favourite colour. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. We'll have to wear blue at some point together.
What's on your iPod?
Oh, let's see. There's some Katy Perry right now. There's some 303. There's some Black Eyed Peas. I'm a huge Black Eyed Peas fan.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And what are you reading at the moment?
Oh, goodness gracious. I think the last thing I read was The Ambition to Win, which was the David Plouffe book about the Obama campaign, from inside the campaign. It was very interesting.
Okay. And favorite film?
Oh, I would have to say Glory. Okay. Which was it's a Civil War film about the first African American regiment in the Union. And it's quite well done. It's a really good film.
Okay. Favorite holiday destination?
India. Would have to be India.
Good choice. If you were president for the day, what would you do?
Well, I would be prime minister.
You would be prime minister, not president?
No. Being Canadian,
of course you call it. I apologize. See, this is where I always get the Canada-America thing mixed up.
Yes, but prime minister for a day, I think I would probably pass laws to equate income. I'm a very left-wing politician, and so no more taxes, but definitely income equality. Yes.
No more taxes. You need to go to Middle East.
That's right.
If you had a superpower for a day, which one would you choose?
I would choose the ability to create traffic.
Traffic?
Yes.
Social traffic?
No, just traffic. I think it'd be kind of neat to be able to go into a part of a town and all of a sudden have a whole bunch of traffic there. And
is this why you like India?
Yes, very true.
If you had a choice to freeze to death, burn to death, or be eaten by a shark, which one would you choose?
Wow, I think I'd probably go with the shark, just because I think it'd be a little bit more exciting, kind of more fun for the last few minutes.
Did you know that Bill Boorman said the same?
No, we're very much alike, I guess.
It's coming out that Bill Boorman is very, very much alike. And finally, sum yourself up in 3 words.
Bald, blue-eyed, and intelligent.
Like it. So Geoff, thank you very much for sitting on the hot seat. We do look forward to some more TRU events. Do you want to just tell the viewers or whoever's listening to this a little bit more about where they can catch up with a TRU event? Because this is Redmos is obviously going out globally, so it'd be interesting for people to know, what's ahead next 6 months, 12 months.
Sure. So you can always find us at the www.thetruconferences.com.
I'll repeat that, www.thetruconferences.com.
Thank you. And we'll be next 2 months from now. We'll be in the U.S. And then we will be off to New Zealand and Australia. Then we'll be coming back over to this side of the pond to Amsterdam. And then we've got India, Ireland, and a couple more U.S. events coming up in the year. So it's going to be very exciting.
Very exciting, and I would definitely recommend anyone out there, if there is a TRU event in your town, to definitely go and attend. Just before I go, Geoff, I'd like to just clear up some differences between North America and the UK in terms of types of words that we say and you say, and the differences in the sound of it. One of the words, okay, I'm not going to say this, but I'm going to try and make you guess. What do you call? There's a metal that begins with A, quite a long word. Can you think of a metal that begins with A?
Would you be thinking about aluminum?
Actually, no, I'm thinking of aluminium.
Aluminium? Okay, well.
Why do you call it aluminum?
Really?
Yeah, we call it aluminium.
And we call it aluminum?
Yeah.
Well, that's a really strange difference. I wouldn't have chosen that one, but all right.
And we say anti, and you say anti.
Yes, anti, yes. Yeah, very true. But
yeah.
I was going to say, I understand what you're saying when you say it, though, so it's...
And what do you call, like you wear sort of boots and it's muddy outside. What do you call those?
Either galoshes or rain boots.
Really? Not wellies?
No, we don't call them that.
My favourite is aluminum. I quite like that. Yeah, do you say data or data?
I say, well, data usually, yes.
Yeah, just some nice differences there between over the ponds there. But thank you so much for sitting on the hot seat.
Thank you.